This video is all about your value pledge. Most people find it hard to explain what they do and what makes them or their solution unique. If I ask them the question what they do, they often come up with something that is very vague, not specific, and not unique at all. Boring even. If you would have asked me the question a decade ago, I would have said, I help people start their online business. It would not have been incorrect or wrong, but it would probably not have convinced you to read my book or buy my course or program. In the meantime, a decade later, I know so much more about my audience, about what makes my approach unique, as well as my customers' and students' most obvious departure and alighting stations. So you need something I like to call a pledge, a value pledge, that makes it clear for your customers and yourself what you do and what people can expect from you. This can seem like an impossible task, but I can make this really easy for you. Something that has helped me many times is a very simple formula that I learned from Jim Edwards, who is a digital marketer and sales copywriter and entrepreneur, of course. The formula is called "What I Do in One Sentence" hook. So before the rise of AI and newer technology, he created a wizard where you can fill in the answers to a few simple questions to form the unique hook for your product or service. The approach I take now builds on this helpful wizard I used many years ago. It helps to get clear what you do, for which specific audience, and also details out the outline for the product or service you offer to get them where they need to be, their alighting station. And it goes like this. I help your specific target audience to go from at your departure station to at your alighting station with then add your product or service so they can, and then you fill in the end result or ultimate transformation they really want. So here's an example I used before in a previous lecture. I help college graduates go from being unskilled and uncomfortable to apply for a job to confidently acing their first job interview with my Crush Job Interviews Land Your Dream Job course, so they can land their dream job. The trick is to make this as specific as possible. In the example I just gave, we target college graduates because their departure station is different than someone in their 40s who was just laid off from work and is looking for a new job. It can very well be that a person in this situation can also be helped with this course targeted at college graduates. And of course, there will be a percentage of your customers, your future customers, that do not fit the exact profile you're initially targeting. But when you make it very specific, you manage people's expectations. You focus marketing efforts and thus costs and simplify the creation of your product. Any other person not fitting the exact intended profile can then make up their own mind about your product and not feel misled afterwards. And with that clear knowledge, they are welcome, of course, to buy your product or course. Now it's time to define your own value pledge. Fill out the template and be as specific as possible. Some students are hesitant to make it too specific because they feel like they are limiting themselves too much. They tend to have bigger plans for the future, a trait, of course, of any successful entrepreneur. And they are struggling to fit it into this simple template. But you need to start very specific to get things done. You can always expand later when you have had the first success. You will also notice that this pledge may change over time because with every stop in your journey, you will know more about your customers. As long as the direction is consistent, it is okay to make changes later. So here it is again. I help specific target audience to go from departure station to alighting station with your product or service so they can, and that's the end result or the transformation they really want. I help, fill in the blank, go from blank to fill in the blank with blank so they can blank. That's the very simple formula. So give this a try, and if you need an example, there is one in the video description or the lecture description. Give it a try, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye.